So first of all, let's talk about Nico Harrison and this trade with AD and Luka Doncic. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we have already seen that Anthony Davis on Saturday against the Houston Rockets goes down with an injury. Now, reports come out that he's going to be missing a couple of weeks. Okay. I'm sure fans are absolutely furious. They were furious before that. But damn, Anthony Davis looked really good in the first half. I was watching that game. He had like 24 or 25 points with like 11 rebounds. He was going crazy in that game, and the Mavericks looked really good. And then a no contact injury, and he goes down. That was tough to watch. I hated to see that because I'm rooting for the Mavericks. I think with AD in that lineup, they have a good team. They have a good team, but damn it, he's got to be able to stay on the floor. Okay. That's a problem now. This whole thing with this trade is still strange. It's still strange. It's still being talked about everywhere. It's still being talked about everywhere because people still can't believe that this trade actually went down and happened. I still can't believe this is real life and that this happened. Seriously. I still can't believe it. And I mean, damn, it's how the Lakers can just get lucky like this over and over and over is beyond me. It's very fishy. It's strange. The way this trade went down, but I guess the real reason of why I'm speaking about this overall is because there was reports about Nico Harrison getting death threat. I have the video. Let me just put it on for you, okay? Because let me find it here. It's unbelievable what's happening. It is unbelievable what's happening. I mean, I know people take their sports seriously, but damn, I mean, check this out for a second, okay? Let me show you guys here.
Howdy, Malika. Listen, this is a heartbroken fan base, and there have been some very unfortunate developments regarding that anger, that angst. Nico Harrison has been subjected to death threats. There have been racial epithets included in some of those. Certainly, security is going to be beefed up. There will be protests outside the arena, or at least those are planned. Security will absolutely be beefed up. Nico Harrison is not going to be in his normal seat in the stands. They just don't. There's no reason to subject him to that kind of a security risk. So that has been definitely an unfortunate part of this whole storyline. Obviously, the fans' anger, hey, they have every right to feel like they got a generational superstar ripped away from them, but clearly lines have been crossed.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is what is happening over a trade. And before anybody goes crazy on Nico Harrison, I need people to understand one thing here. A trade of this magnitude does not happen without a sign off from the owners. This happens with a sign off from the owners. The last time I checked, Nico Harrison still has to answer to a president and to an owner, okay? Or a governor, whatever the hell you want to call it. This is not because of Nico Harrison. This is because of them. Now, Mark Cuban is a minority owner now in the Dallas Mavericks. He ended up selling the team. You know what? Let me share the screen with you again. I got some more info here for you. Because, like I mentioned, this is extremely strange. Okay? Extremely strange. How they get lucky like this, the Lakers, I don't know. I really, really don't. But let's look at this. Miriam Adelson is who bought this team from Mark Cuban. Now, let's start with fact number 1 here. Okay? Let's go here. Miriam Adelson heads a casino empire that derives an extraordinary amount of money from Macau. Her late husband claimed to be the largest investor of any kind in the history of China. Like her deceased husband, Sheldon, Miriam is among the planet's biggest global political donors, especially to the Republican Party and Donald Trump. That's interesting. There's not a particular track record of Miriam being interested in NBA basketball, but her casino company approached Mark Cuban with a price that I guess he couldn't refuse, right? And so why the Adelsons were fascinated by the NBA is clear. You only have to look at their public statements to know that their goal is to construct a new building. Reportedly, they've bought not one, but 2 premium Dallas area locations. And I'll mention to you, okay, first of all, this is truehoop.com, and this is written by Henry Abbott a week ago. Now, the last thing I'll read to you here. Gambling is not yet legal in Dallas, but these people who have given a fantastic amount of money to politicians are betting that it will become legal. At that point, they will have the capacity and control to erect a giant building that will be a casino and a stadium where the Mavericks will be the anchor tenant. Very interesting here, folks. And so when you hear that, this wasn't necessarily about Luka Doncic specifically. This is about money. And from the reports that I've read, Miriam Adelson is worth over $30 billion, closer to $32 billion. And one thing that I can see clearly is that capitalists, especially when you're a billionaire, there are no amount of billions that are enough. For some reason, I don't have billions of dollars. Nowhere close, by the way. But I do recognize billionaires like to make more and more billions. It never seems to be enough. So I can believe this. I can believe that they have a plan to make more money. And the money comes before winning for an NBA franchise. Now, I'm not exactly sure what their plan is. I do know Mark Cuban probably wasn't in on it. I know he probably wasn't in on it. He's a minority owner now. I believe about 27% or somewhere close to 30%. But the Adelson family runs the show at this point. She's the owner. Her son-in-law, I believe, from what I read, is the governor of the team. People in Dallas, I understand that you're mad at Nico Harrison. I do. He's the general manager. And if you're going to trade Luka Doncic, why not open it up to everybody? Why not open it up to the league? I can't answer those questions for you. Something is strange. Something is fishy here. And I'm sure there's going to be more coming out about this. But this isn't on Nico Harrison. It's the owner's fault. It's the owner's fault. Okay? He can't go through with this trade if they don't allow it. And since when do you know billionaires to take advice from people who are in positions who they believe to be lesser than them? And since when do you take advice from people who aren't going to be making you more money? They don't do that. That's not the position that Nico Harrison is in. This isn't his fault. I listen, I get it. And listen, there might be some things that come out in reports in regards to this situation that said Nico Harrison, it's his fault. He had the last call on this and all that kind of stuff. That's a load of BS. I'm telling you right now, that is a load of crock. I don't care what the reports say. I don't care what they say. The final say goes to those owners. This happened because of them. And if Nico Harrison didn't do what they told him to do, he would have been finding a new job. Because they would have just gotten somebody else to do it. You can believe that. Okay? I'm telling you. I am telling you.
This is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this.
Take it easy, Darko. Take it easy. I feel you, Darko. Take it easy, though. Okay? But I'm telling you, folks, something is fishy here. And I don't know what's going to happen or what the report is that's going to come out. This was a secret from everybody. We mentioned Anthony Davis didn't know. Doncic didn't know. LeBron. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. And so what happens in regards to this? I don't know, but we're going to find out.